It was an overcast Wednesday morning. I didn't really prepare for the day as I usually do. It's one of those days where I decide on breaking my routine, to do something different for a change. In fact, it was one of the most significant days of my life. You see, the day before, I told myself to go out and take some photography. So I did. Don't really know why I did. I just did. It was more of an excuse, really, to tell myself I was doing something, at least originally. The night before this morning was a boring story. It didn't do much of anything worth remembering. I listened to my music and went online. I had a choice to do, but I didn't. I always have a choice. But most of the time, I ignore it. I do remember something from that night. I was online, listening to my music, when I started to think about my family. I remembered that my dad's birthday was coming up soon. I remembered all the times we had when I was younger. He seemed so much older to me. He would take me out early in the morning to go take pictures with him at the same exact spot. Very quiet place. My dad was a photographer too. One day I asked him why he loved taking pictures so much. And he said to me that a man's fingers are the key to his soul. I didn't really get what he was talking about at first, but it stuck with me for some reason. Maybe that's why I decided on taking some pictures that morning.
I fucking hate you, you know that? You're a piece of shit.
You know why you're here, don't you? You see, Barry and I are professionals at what we do.
Yeah, Larry and me, we take you places you ain't never been before.
We drag you out of your bed in the middle of the night, and we take you to our garage. You see, Barry and I own an auto shop down Red Neck.
Nice one, too.
Plenty of tools to get any job done. Plenty good with our hands.
Got this buzzsaw. Zzz.
Don't ruin the surprise.
Sorry.
So you can see why our situation works out as perfectly as it does.
Yeah. Yeah, the situation, of course, being that someone wants you out of the picture. Not even the picture, the whole frame.
He looks familiar.
Does he?
I've seen him before. But not for any car.
Yeah, I recognize this asshole. Popped out of Bumblefuck and has been causing trouble ever since. The client actually described the look on his face right now.
Look into his eyes, and there's nothing there.
You got a name, Sugar Tits?
I understand. You don't have a name. Look, fuckstick. I was you once. You think you're you, but you're not. Who you are in this play we're performing, it's a game I've played before. I see right through you. That's exactly what you want. You're not you. You're more than you. You're not anyone, not anybody. You refuse in order to be, not seem. You refuse to play you, so you refuse to live. No lies, so you refuse to play any games. But you start to forget what life is. Your attempts to no longer exist work so well, you forget you're always playing. But when you decide you don't want to play, we play it out for you. But it all gets much simpler here. True, false, black, white, gun, head. Your lack of action leaves us to a simple decision. I understand why you don't speak, why you don't move. I understand that and I respect that. You should keep up this performance until you lose everything. Until I make sure that you no longer exist. Then the last of you can leave, just the same as the other parts of you. One by one, as you realize your life has been a performance all along.
It's not like we do this for fun. I mean, don't get me wrong, there is some fun in it. But the short and simple of it is, someone very important wants you dead. You've been causing a lot of trouble. I would grab your neck until it opens like a fish, and I can see the apple inside bobbing in invisible water. And trust me, I'll take my fingers and pry in there until there ain't anything left. And that's unless I don't pull this trigger with my finger. I don't think you want to do this, man. That fish stuff I said, I was just messing around. I have a Japanese fighting fish at home. I named it Tiger.